So, Amrit, what did you wear to your med school interview?
Suit and tie. What about you?
Suit, no tie though.
No tie. What about girls? What do you think girls wear to their Schulich interview?
Hey everyone, I'm Ardeen.
I'm Allie.
And I'm Melinda.
So first off, we just wanted to offer our congratulations for getting an interview. Everybody here at the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry is really excited to welcome you, show you around our school and our campus.
That's right, and we know you must be really excited but also really nervous for your interviews. And I remember that part of the stressful part of interviews is actually figuring out what to wear. So we thought we would make a video to help you figure out what it is exactly that you should wear.
We want you to remember when you're watching this that there is no one thing that you should wear. Ultimately, we want you to be really comfortable and to be yourself. So today we're going to talk about clothing, shoes, accessories, and hair and makeup.
So here we have Melinda wearing a lovely black suit. She's also wearing it with a pale pink blouse and nude pumps. So some things to consider when you want to wear a suit. It doesn't have to be black. You could go with gray, navy, or brown. And you could also consider wearing a different blouse. So more traditional blouse would be the button-up or button-down shirt. That's also appropriate. You could go for something that's patterned or in a bright color, depending on what you like to wear normally. That's totally appropriate. Beware though, if you're gonna wear a blouse like the one Nardeen's holding, you wanna wear something under it so that it's not too see-through. And of course, when you're picking anything to wear to your interview, you wanna be sure that it passes the lean forward test. So that's to make sure that you're not showing too much skin, that you're gonna be comfortable in any of the settings that you might find yourself in the interview or shaking hands. Other options that Melinda could explore would be wearing flats or lower heeled shoes than the one she has on. So Nardeen again has some examples. You don't have to wear heels, you don't have to wear flats, you can wear heels. That's up to you as well.
So the second option that we have for an interview outfit is the blazer dress combination. So Allie's wearing a fairly colorful blazer with a neutrally colored dress underneath. She could have opted to do the opposite with a colorful dress and a neutral blazer, or she could have worn black on black, gray on gray, or something of the sort. Her dress is actually doesn't have sleeves. Now, she might not have felt too comfortable being in the interview itself with the sleeveless dress, and so opted for the blazer. And you also have to keep in mind that it might be fairly cold in the rooms or cold outside, so that's why you might want to wear the blazer on top of the dress. Now, in terms of the question of pantyhose, she's actually sporting some black ones right now. She could have opted for a nude pair or not worn any at all.
Nardeen is wearing another option. She's going with the dress pants with a dressy shirt and a cardigan. It's important to note that because of the cut of Nardeen's shirt, she's also wearing a camisole tank top underneath, and that's good because it makes her outfit a little bit more conservative and professional. She's wearing a necklace and a bracelet and some earrings as well. She says that these are things she wears every day, so she's really comfortable wearing them and is not going to play with them, and it adds nicely to her outfit. She chose to go with flats, and they work nicely with her pants, but she could also have worn heels as well. Instead of wearing a cardigan, she could have worn a blazer on top. And she potentially also could have worn a skirt instead of dress pants with the cardigan and the shirt as well.
Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about with respect to jewelry is necklaces, bracelets, watches, and rings. So there's a whole bunch there, but we'll go through them one by one. So first off, with respect to necklaces, basically you can feel free to wear one, wear something that shows off your personality, or just a necklace that you wear every day. Basically, we want you to be comfortable and to not fidget. That's going to be stressed throughout this, is you want to wear something that you're not going to be playing with. At the same time, if you're going to feel like, you're missing something because you're not wearing a necklace that you wear every day, and then you'll be kind of feeling for it, that'll be distracting to yourself, to the interviewer, and probably won't make the best impression. So same thing goes for bracelets. Like I have a very simple bracelet on today, and I always wear this, so I'd probably wear it to an interview. Whereas my watch is kind of heavy, and I tend to fidget with it when I have it on, just playing with it, so maybe I would opt not to wear it. Same thing with rings. You don't want to be slipping your ring on and off your finger, kind of putting it on the table, taking it off. But if you're just going to have a ring on and it's going to be there to show off your personality perhaps, or just because you always wear it, then it's fine. Keep in mind though, you will be shaking quite a few hands, and so if it is too big, it might kind of be uncomfortable for the person whose hands you're shaking.
So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about piercings, which is another big consideration. So for earrings, similar to the concepts that Nardine suggested, like show your personality if you'd like to, beware of fidgeting. So if you're going to be like pulling on your ears, that might be something to consider. But definitely don't worry about wearing them if that's something you would normally do or if you think it completes your look. And just be wary of, again, fidgeting. If they're going to be really distracting, if they're dangling, I guess that would be maybe something to evaluate before you get into your interview. And then when it comes to other piercings, so let's say nose piercings or eyebrow piercings, lip piercings, tongue piercings, it's really up to you. It's a very personal decision. There are people in our class who opted to take them out and other people who opted to leave them in. I think part of that decision is based on being as comfortable as possible. So if they're a big part of who you are, by all means wear them. If you think that it'll make you uncomfortable to have someone looking at them, or if you think that it reflects on you in a way that you would not like your interviewers to see, feel free to take them out. It's not going to be what makes or breaks your admission to med school, but it is something to consider. You want to be as comfortable as possible.
I'm going to talk a little bit about purses and bags. If you do want to bring a purse, maybe think about whether or not you want to bring a small purse or a larger purse. If you feel like taking it into the room with you, you probably want to bring a purse that's not much bigger than this because you can easily put it down next to your chair. But however, if you want to bring a lot of stuff, if you're going to feel more comfortable, if you have extra makeup or anything that you might want in your bag, you can feel free to bring a backpack. We are going to have a place that you can leave backpacks, but you probably don't want to bring a backpack in with you, so that's something to consider when you're creating your outfit. I'm going to talk to you guys about how to do your hair. There's no one right way to wear your hair. You just want to keep in mind that you want to be comfortable and that you want to show off your personality. So if you normally wear your hair down, you can feel free to wear your hair down. Instead, if you think that you're going to play with your hair if it's down or that it's going to fall into your face when you're talking, you might want to consider wearing your hair up in some way, either clipped back or a headband. That's fine. If you want to use any accessories, feel free to do so. It's just a way to show off your personality and to put your best foot forward. You want to try and keep your hair clean though, so make sure it's like well brushed and out of your face so that you look professional. That's the most important thing. In terms of doing your hair the night of, or the night before or the day of, you want to make sure that you have everything that you need in order to do your hair. So remember that you might be staying at a hotel or at a friend's, and you want to make sure that you have a blow dryer or a straightener if those are things you need, elastics, hairspray. Those are all things you want to consider before you actually get to the city where you're interviewing.
I'm going to talk about makeup. So there's no specific guidelines for makeup, just like everything else we've discussed today, but a couple of things that you might want to keep in mind are whether or not you're going to be comfortable wearing makeup. So if you don't normally wear makeup, don't feel that you need to for the interview. Likewise, if you normally do wear makeup, don't feel that it's inappropriate to wear it to the interview. I would recommend, if you're going to wear makeup, that you practice once before, or if you're going to do the same thing that you would do every day, that's fine. You want to make sure that you're comfortable, that you're ready. The morning of can be kind of stressful, so you want to be as prepared as possible. We got a couple of questions about color. If you like wearing makeup that reflects your personality, that's fine. That's not going to make or break your interview.
Now, for those of us who wear glasses, whether or not to wear them to the interview is an issue. If you need glasses in order to see, basically, and you're not used to wearing contacts, feel free to wear them to the interview. Just make sure that you're not really fiddling with them or adjusting them throughout the interview. Otherwise, glasses or contacts or going without works. Just make sure that you're most comfortable and obviously that you can see everybody well. Now for the boys, as you've noticed, not a lot of our tips have been geared towards you. They've been mainly towards the girls because let's face it, the girls do have it a little bit harder with respect to their outfit choices for interview day. But just some things that you should keep in mind. Like we said before, you want to show off your personality with your outfit. You don't have to be wearing a suit. You don't have to be wearing a tie. You could go without a tie at all. You could be wearing a bow tie. You could be wearing a vest, a cardigan. Really, you have quite a few options available to you. Don't be afraid of color either. When it comes to the question of being clean shaven or not, if you typically do wear a beard or have a mustache, feel free to keep it for the interview. Just make sure that you look groomed and tidy. That's the most important part. You want to look professional, as it is a professional interview. As well, if you're going to be wearing socks with your outfit, make sure that, first of all, the two socks do match each other and that they match your outfit. No jib socks, please.
We have a couple of general tips for guys and girls, especially if you're traveling to London for your interview. So we mentioned before to make sure that you know what's going to be available to you wherever you're staying, whether it's with a friend, with a billet, or at a hotel. Things like a hairdryer or a hair straightener, an iron are all things that you might want to look into beforehand to make sure that you'll be ready to go for your interview. If you may not have an iron, or if you're worried about your clothes, you could consider carrying them in a garment bag or folding them in a dry cleaning bag, one of those cellophane bags that helps prevent wrinkling. Other things that we recommend are bringing an extra pair of tights or pantyhose if you're going to wear them. It's pretty easy to snag them, and you may not feel comfortable wearing a pair of pantyhose with a run in them. And last but not least, you might also want to consider wearing boots or bringing boots with you to your interview, especially if you want to go on one of our awesome campus tours. It can be really daunting to go outside in your nice shoes when it's raining or if it's snowing, and the Weather Network and Environment Canada are notoriously bad at predicting London weather correctly. So my interview day, we got 2 feet of snow totally out of the blue. So having boots was really handy. It allowed me to go on my tour, which was great. I really enjoyed that.
Thanks for watching our video on what to wear. Hopefully you found all of our tips useful. The main thing we want to stress to you is that you want to look professional and you want to be comfortable with what you're wearing. On the day of, you don't want to be looking around at everyone else and worrying about the fact that you feel like you don't fit in or you're not comfortable or you're playing with your outfit. The most important thing is just to be comfortable. So hopefully you got that from our video. To be completely honest, I actually don't remember what any of the other interviewees were wearing, and I don't even think my interviewers really took notice of what I was wearing. The most important thing is what you do in the interview, not what you're wearing. So just keep that in mind. Don't stress too much about it. Hopefully now you can all just sit back and relax and get ready for your interview. We're really excited to meet you. We have lots of great events planned for everyone, social nights and campus tours. So you should really come out to all of those. It can really help you relax and learn a little bit more about Schulich. Thanks for watching, guys.